Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld. Bonjour, hello, and today I'm going to do a little, what I would call a fingertip tour of Les-Orres, but I'm not going to use my fingers because it's too complicated controlling cameras and zooms and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'll put all the pointers in on the edit. Now, I'm going to just do a quick tour, it's self-explanatory, here goes the video. So just to get the bearings, my little baby Saxo is pointing directly east. Now beyond to the left is the chef-lieu of Les-Orres, which I believe is about 1450 metres above sea level. Behind and up here, behind we have just to the right of the tip of that tree, if I can find it, just to the left behind there is the little ski resort of Crevaux, one of my favourite places. Just continue round. There's been a lot of videos that I've done showing places actually around within the resort, but this is just to show a little tour of around the resort itself from here, more or less from the north side of it. So ahead of us here is the valley behind, which I've got lots of photographs of. Beautiful place and more or less untouched area. Just working round to the right and we'll have sort of forest area, and I'm going to just pan round and show all this from a no zoom point of view, and then I'll do a close-up of some interesting places. So this valley behind here, I've done lots of walking in summertime up here. This was the scene a couple of years ago of a big avalanche, a lot of trees broken. So have a wee look at this mountain which kind of faces the top end of the resort. There's always someone skis this after fresh snow. I'd love to know who it is. So straight ahead of us here is the top of the bottom forest section of the famous Grand Cabane Run, which goes right the way around the back of the mountain and ends up at Les-Orres 1800. The aforementioned Les-Orres 1800 is the collection of buildings ahead of us here. Just working a wee bit further round. There's a sort of first level just beyond to the left of Les-Orres 1800 there, where the two stations have lifts going up to, and then the lifts disperse from there, sort of thing. So we've got the Pustel lift just to the left there, a little viewpoint, and I think it's a weather cabin or something to the right, and just tucked in, can't really see it from here, is the Zenith restaurant at the very top, or a very highest restaurant in the resort. If I just zoom back out, you can see exactly where that is. I've just moved round to the left here. We've got the arrival of the other main lift that comes out of that first main area above the stations, the Fontaines. And again, I'll just zoom out just to give an indication of exactly where that is. Just head back over to there, and just up behind it to the left you'll see the Pustel lift, which takes you to a sort of higher spot again. It's the next peak. There's kind of three peaks here. One, the Pustel, and the subsequent lift above it, the button toe above it, takes you to the first peak. The Portet takes you to the next one. And then over to the left again, we've got an older lift, which is the Kretz lift, which takes you to a third peak. And you can see it there. Again, I'll zoom out again, and we can see exactly the location of that one. Going further round to the left, the peak vert lift kind of gives a direct access to the forest piste. The most left area of the forest would be this piste on the left here. That basically is the ski area. It's a lot bigger than it looks on camera, I assure you. Whilst I'm over in the forest here, I'll just show a zone that I've skied a couple of times a couple of years ago. Just below this top peak is a sort of avalanche zone to the right. And you can cross over, you can get the Kretz lift up to that and ski across, very carefully obviously, and over sort of peak, which is over to the left there. And I've skied down there, which was just untouched powder, a fantastic area, cutting into the forest there, and then arriving back down through the forest, through a couple of farms and stuff, and just slightly out of sight to the left, a little sledging zone below everything, where I ended up getting the bus back home. Did it twos up, not alone, obviously off-piste, you don't ever do it alone. The aforementioned road just ahead of us here, and it was just to the left there that we got the bus back up. So that's the main road up to the ski stations. And the first thing it arrives at is just above us to the right there, which is next to the Portet Hotel, and that's Les-Orres 1550, which is a day parking area. It's at the very bottom. So heading further round, the main station, Les-Orres 1650, which is these sort of typical early 90s style ski resort buildings. And of course the main pistes heading away up the top. And her heading further round to the right, we'll come across Les-Orres 1800, and slightly more attractive little buildings again, if I can find them. This light is so difficult to work with, it's unbelievable. I don't think I'm far enough round. There we go. And of course slightly more attractive area, smaller ski station, more sort of familial, as they say in French, more family orientated. Up above you can just make out Homme de Pierre piste, which leaves just below the Zenith restaurant, and is a pretty neat run. It also has quite a lot of stuff off the sides in the forests. And talking of forests, straight ahead here is a pretty good, pretty safe area to play with in the forest. You're not going to come across any cliffs or anything, and it's a good good play zone there. And then finally, just over to the left beyond us is where the chef-lieu is. I actually started the video up there, but it was just too noisy with cars going past. I wasn't getting very good light on it, not that I'm getting very good light here either. But this is Les-Orres. Pretty good place to ski around, very easy to find your way around, and hopefully this might be a help for anyone who is coming here and kind of just wants to know where everything is. So I'm going to head back up, do the edit on this, and hopefully it's worked out okay. Very difficult to see the screen on the back of the camera. It's very difficult with the light. It's a kind of strange light today. We have this overcast high cloud. It's a new system coming in, supposed to be snowing tomorrow. So instead of a blue sky day, we've got this kind of grey sky day, a sort of scattered light. It would make your light very difficult because it's not coming in any direction while you're skiing. So just going to have a little scan before I go and We'll have a bit of a close-up scan. I'll take a risk. So we've got the forest area here served by Peak Vert. Straight ahead up above, the sort of flat area, well not flat, but treeless area served by Cret. Over in the next valley, we'll have the area to the right served by the Fontaines and also by the Pusterl lift with the Zenith up on top. And then we'll be coming down, and you either come down the back via Grand Caban or you come down all the reds, blacks and stuff. So, Les-Orres. So just below us to the right, out of sight, is Embrun at the bottom of the mountain at round about 800 metres altitude. Straight ahead I've zoomed in on where it used to be, which is Devolwy. And if I zoom out again, another good aspect on exactly where that one is. So there we have it, a little fingertip tour, but no fingertips involved, and just a tour around Les-Orres, showing where it is from here. Every time I come up this road, I always appreciate the view. It's behind us now. I had to get the light right for myself. Beautiful, beautiful spot, beautiful area, and that is Les-Orres. So hopefully my edits are going to work to cover up the photography, which was kind of difficult to do with the light and everything, and hopefully I'm going to be able to make a nice little video out of this. So if I have, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, click on the like below. It makes a huge difference. The more likes I get, the more random appearances of my videos on people's YouTubes. Also, subscribe. It's a support. I appreciate every single piece of support. You can subscribe down there, and then you can click on the alert bell to get notifications of future videos that I put up. So thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for whatever patience it takes to actually follow this one through. And until the next video, ciao.